Today we're going to talk about a common myth that goes across charities all over North America, but we're going to expose the reality of it. Okay, first let's understand it. The myth is that using consignment items are bad, and that is a very bad practice and hurts your fundraising efforts. It's 100% false, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay, people are still out working as if they are back in the 1980s. Charities are still thinking it's the 1980s. This is what they think, that using items which you have to pay for is a bad idea. I'm looking at my notes. Is a bad idea as a business practice. Okay, and this is what they think. Charities keep 100% of the profit from all donated items. That's true. That's if they sell. Second thing is fundraising items that have a price or consigns draws bids away from donated items. Third thing is charity guests believe that their guests would prefer to bid on donated items as opposed to consignment items. That's what they believe. Now, to really expose this, let's go back. Let's say we're planning a fundraising event. We're going to use perfect example. We're going to say, let's use the event we're doing in Buffalo, New York. Buffalo, New York, we're planning the Brothers in Blue Bash Buffalo for the New York Law Enforcement Assistance Program, New York LEAP, and NYLEAP, that's what we call it. We're going to go in, we're going to have it at the Buffalo Grand Hotel. We have to pay the hotel. We say they're going to be 500 guests. We have to pay the hotel or agree to pay the hotel a certain amount of money. Now, no hotel or no venue is going to give it to you free. So what we do is they give us a price for the food and the drinks and everything else. We then take that and bust it across 500 people. We say that's how many people are coming, and that gives us a price per head. They then will break it into ticket prices. Now, if there's decor, you got a band, you got a DJ, you got printing costs, whatever, they're all costs that are incurred. You put that all in your ticket cost, and you then create your ticket based on that, and then you put some margin or profit on it, and you sell the tickets. The tickets then pay for the venue, right? Right. But we keep, where the charity keeps that margin, that profits on top of the tickets. Okay. However, here's the problem. This is when charities shut their brain off. They think, okay, I understand I got to pay for a really good place with really good food and drinks and everything else, but we need to have free items for our event, right? So understand that. Let's keep this in mind. I'm using my notes because there's a lot to think about. Here's the reality of donated items. There's 1.5 million registered U.S. nonprofits in the United States. If you count in their chapters, benefit events, you're up against about 5 million fundraisers, 5 million fundraising events. Businesses are bombarded by charities coming in asking for donations. Now, you could think about it right now. We're in a quarantine situation still, and charities are being bombarded being asked, especially when everything comes open, they're being asked if they'll donate something. Businesses have got to worry about keeping their lights on. So what they're going to do, they commonly do, is they then give you an item that isn't selling in the store. It's the truth. Remember, when you're when you're having an event, it's local people going to a local event with stuff donated by local businesses. If the people that are attending your event wanted those items, they would go then and buy it themselves. Am I right or am I wrong? If there's a local store and you know that they've got this item, this whatever, you're going to go, if you want it, you're going to go buy it yourself. So the other thing I hear all the time is, George, our guests will not spend that high. Of course they're not going to spend that high. They're not going to spend that high because you've got some junky little piece of thing over here that isn't worth anything that nobody wants. Of course they're not going to. The reality of it is donated items are bringing 1/8, at the most, I've been saying 1/4, but at the most 1/2 of retail. Now, we did a 3-year study, BW Limited Charity Fundraising did a 3-year study, and this is absolutely truth. And in reality, we've been studying this for about 13 years, and this is what we know to be the truth. Okay. Donated items do not have a high appeal. It's almost like a mismatch or like a yard sale of items. There's no real no appeal or something like that. So that's what you get with donated items. Everyone's looking for a deal. The common donated items you see are gift baskets, gift certificates. However, you don't walk into a restaurant and buy yourself a gift certificate. Now, I understand you're going to say, George, but I do. That's when they give me an extra $25 of a free $25 gift certificate with my $50. I get that. but you never go in and buy a $50 gift certificate for yourself. Just spend $50. You don't do it. You do it because they are called gift certificates. Gift, you give them away, right? People are going to want to look for a deal. If you put them in a silent auction, they're going to bid for about a quarter or half of what it's worth. You took a $50 thing down to $25. Gift baskets. Gift baskets, see them all the time. However, how many gift baskets do you give away to your family and friends for the holidays? Everybody says 0. They rarely sell because nobody really wants them. That's truth. I'm the reality guy. I'm going to tell you stuff you don't want to hear, but that's the reality of the truth. Charities commonly utilize the same donated items year after year after year. Johnny's Vacation Home. However, most people know they can go to Johnny and they can ask for the vacation home and get it either cheaper or whatever else. They can get it better at a better price or whatever else. So what they do is they'll either go to them, or when they buy it year after year after year, the audience gets less and less and less and less, and it brings less money in, right? Sorry about the notes. But if an item has a significant cost, can you imagine this? And I've seen this. If something has a significant cost, let's just say $1,000, and the donor is in the room, and it sells at the auction for $100, or let's just say $250, the donor's going to be furious. They're going to get pissed off, and they're going to raise hell, and they're not ever going to donate to you again. Remember, donated items are bringing about an eighth to half of retail. Nobody's coming to your event to buy teeth whitening or a will preparation or a spray and bed liner. They're not doing it. They're coming there to have a good time. Are items actually free? No, they're not. Let's just say ABC store down the road donates this thing. By the time you take out the time it took you to contact them, ask them for a donation, do all that other stuff, then the time it took you to go there and the gas, the cost of the gas, to go there and come back, and it sells for a half of what it's worth, is it really worth it? No, it's not. The argument against using consignment items normally is based on charities not fully understanding or not being educated. However, in order to properly use them, you should know how to use them to be successful. Only with us, only with BW Limited Charity Fundraising, do we tell our clients to start the bidding at 20% above. Other businesses, whatever, if you use some other business, that's what they do is what they do. But our deal is this. We do not want you to sell it for our amount of money. We want you to start the bid. Say there's $250, start the bid at $300, whatever. So you're guaranteed money. What happens is if it bids, it sells, it comes back to us if it doesn't sell. Consignment items like autographed items, vacation packages, and jewelry are very enticing. People love it. And when you set your event apart, it will help you set your event apart from everybody else. And especially if you take these items, you get pictures, like we provide pictures to our clients, and you put it up on social media, Facebook and everything else, or on your flyer or whatever. People see it, and it creates that you're much, much, much different than the one down the road doing the gift baskets and gift certificates. So people want to come. Autographed guitars, authentic autographed guitars. Consigned items always pull have high minimum bids, which then, because they're high, it makes other people bid higher for donated items. I never want all of our items in a silent or live auction. I want donated items. So what it does is it makes them want to bid higher because they're paying higher for these other items. Guests will not bid high on stuff that's cheap. That's a myth. They don't do it. If you put up this thing that's only worth $40, they're only going to go for about $20. But let's say in the best worlds, it's not going to go for above $40. That's where they're going to stop. So you can't say that they don't want to bid high. Guests routinely place extremely high bids and get into bidding wars over consignment items, and that you can also sell in multiples. Consigned items don't cost the charity anything. In fact, the buyer pays, just like with the tickets. The buyer pays us, not you. The best way of going about this is, folks, is to get these items sponsored. ABC Realty sponsors it. They give you the $250. You start the bid at $300. It sells for $500. You just made $500. They paid you to pay me. However, pay us. However, if the item doesn't sell, we take the item back and you still keep the $250. Does it make sense? Guys, listen to me. Consignment items are your friend. They're there to help you. If we can help you, contact us. www.bwlimited.com. I'm George Wooden. I'm the owner of the company. Reach out to me. Email me, george@bwlimited.com. Somehow find me, and I'd love to help you. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you next time. I hope this helps. Bye-bye.